we are going to select our language in Spanish. Next, we are going to click on Next. Then, we are going to choose the keyboard layout. We are going to use a wired connection to download all the updates for our Linux Ubuntu and avoid any plugin issues. We are going to go for the interactive installation, select the extended one, and click Next. Then, we select these two options. Next. And remember that here vCore will be a Docker installation. We are going to completely erase the entire disk to install it on the Linux Ubuntu storage system, and we will enter the credentials. I am going to create a user named Owicron Tech, so there won't be any issues. And we will also set a simple password, in this case 1. We are going to click Next and select the region here. Perfect. And we click Start. Now, we have to wait.
You don't need a heavy virtual machine. With this trick, your Windows installation will be portable, modular, and modern. Today, on Owicron, you will learn how to install Windows 11 inside Docker from a clean installation of Ubuntu 24.04.2 LTS. Step by step, without cuts, and ready to customize.
As you can see, I have already prepared the environment for Victor. Ready? We have it here. Owicron Tech. We enter the password I gave, 1. Click Next. We are going to activate Ubuntu Pro here. Click Next. And we are going to activate Ubuntu Pro here. You click Next and we click Next. We enter the credentials again, log in and click Accept. We wait for the entire system to update. Ready? The software is now updated. We click Accept, then Next, Next. Here we don't want to share diagnostic data. We click Next and Finish. Then we are going to completely restart our Linux Ubuntu. And with this, Victor's instance will be ready for him to use and show us in this video. We click Restart. Done. Owicron Tech. We are going to click here, on the gear icon. And then, here on Ubuntu.org. We enter the credentials here and that's it. Victor, you have everything ready to start. I'll leave the machine to you. I'll open the terminal and now, go all out, Victor.
Sudo apt update. Subsequently, once it finishes compiling or downloading what are the system updates, we will enter the following command, which is sudo apt update e. Then we check if there are more packages to update with the following command, exactly as we are writing it here in the terminal. It's apt list space -- upgrade. Once this is done, we install essential libraries for the virtualization environment, which is the following command, sudo apt install libmalcon 0, which, as we are seeing here in the terminal, remember that I will leave all the commands down below in the video description. After each command we press enter to start the compilation. We are going to enter the following command. Now it will be sudo apt auto remove. And once it finishes, we enter sudo apt auto clean. We install essential libraries for the virtualization environment, which is the following command, sudo apt install libmalcon 0 which, as we are seeing here in the terminal, remember that I will leave all the commands down below in the video description. Sudo apt update. We set the host name, sudo hostnamectal, set host name, just as we are writing it here in the terminal. And we are going to verify it with the host name. Then we install key tools such as gdebi with sudo apt install gdebi. And finally, we prepare the development environment. Sudo apt install well essential. And with that, we leave Ubuntu ready to welcome the beautiful bluish whale. That's right, Docker. Stage number 2, Docker installation. We check como if our system is ready for virtualization with the following command in the terminal, which is mproc. Subsequently, we enter the command kdmok. Now, we go to Docker's official site to install it securely. In the browser, we open and type in the URL, the web address that I'm leaving down here in the video description. You just copy and paste. Once we open the browser, we will directly copy the command in order, following this. Please, step by step. Are you going to copy from here? The well-known sudo apt-get. Install the SA certificate curl. It goes up, doesn't it? Subsequently, we create the keys directory with the following command. The well-known sudo install m0755d etc. apt-arinx, as we have it directly on the web portal. It's getting interesting. We are going to download the GPG key on with the command copy and paste, with sudo c url space fsl. And obviously with the web link we have here, you are seeing it directly in the terminal. Remember that all of this is directly on the official website. Now, once it has finished compiling, remember, we have to grant the permissions. Yes, we have to give it complete control as an administrative user or the super user root. In this case, we are going to enter for that the following command called sudo chmod space a plus r and what follows. You just copy and paste. Perfect. It's done. Now, we are going to add the Docker repository. Did you see it? Just as we have it here, you just simply copy and paste it. For each command, remember, we copy, paste, and press enter so that it obviously indexes and compiles it. We update the repositories with sudo apt-get update. And once it's properly updated, we install now indeed the super and beautiful Docker whale, as we are going to achieve it with what is sudo space apt and a get install docker. We copy the command and paste it completely so that we don't, get sidetracked in the terminal. Then we add the user to the KBM group, and we are going to do it with this simple command that you will also copy and paste. Put the so-called sudo usermod ag KBM. User? Perfect. We press enter. Once it finishes, now indeed, we download Docker Desktop for Linux from what is this website. Alright, copy and paste please directly into your browser. And then we copy the command that is in this documentation. Here we are going to install it directly with this command called sudo or space IPP install is /docker-stop amd64.ov. apt install. But it's really not complex or difficult at all. Let's continue. Thank you. Stage number 3, cloning. The Docker repository and the initial display. Now comes the magic. We are going to use Docker, a project that allows you to run Windows in containers. We open the terminal and execute it. git clone https 2.0. And we are going to copy, obviously, the repository from GitHub, which we are opening directly here in the browser. You just copy and fill it directly in the terminal. We enter the project. You already know how to center this project. By entering in the terminal, cd space Windows and we press enter. We edit the compose.iml file to change the default ports. Okay? With this, we are going to enter the so-called nano.compose.yml. We are going to edit what we have inside that YML. We will replace the 3389 with 3390 in TCP and UDP. No, please. We save with Ctrl plus .o and exit with Ctrl plus X. Then we are going to execute the command now with sudo docker compose updev. We enter our password and access from the browser. With the so-called, you already know it, I think so, localhost 280.06. How delightful. Here begins the automatic download of the Windows ISO. Stage number 4. Custom configuration. Do you want more power? Let's customize the RAM, the CPU, and more. We create a new directory, the so-called modular, Dockur, and press enter. Remember this, we are going to paste it into the terminal. Once the first command is entered, now let's go directly to cd space Docker. Enter please. And we are going to do exactly the same. We are going to clone the repository directly from what is the Docker from GitHub, which I am leaving for you in the video description. And we repeat the same command again. The so-called git clone, the URL, which we have directly to the repository, and we press enter. Now, once it finishes, we will then type cd Windows enter. Perfect, we are doing it gloriously, guys. Now we are going to go directly to where we already have the compose.yml file. Once we find it or already know where that directory is, we open it. We are no longer going to do it from the terminal, we will simply do it manually. And we are going to add the following lines, starting with Bayesian : 11 comes out. Subsequently, we are going to put 10-6 : 80 gigabytes, which is the storage. Then we are going to add the RAM capacity, exactly as we are writing it here, with this line of 8 gigabytes. Subsequently comes the part of adding the cores of our CPU with 4 cores. We are going to set a language that, instead of being in English, doesn't show Spanish in the part of OK, Spanish. Next, we are going to set the region, which is SS, meaning Spain. And finally, we are going to specify that our installation starts with a user, like the one given to us at the beginning, but a personalized one, with the username called Owicron. Done. Once this is added in the compose.yml, now we save the changes and launch it again in the terminal. Now in the terminal, we are going to run the command sudo docker compose up -madi. But what a marvel, right? And well, let's see how it's behaving and if it really explains it. For that, we are going to visit localhost in our web browser, localhost 2.82.06, and we will see how Windows is installed with our customized parameters. And there you have it, folks, a fifth wonder. Why? Because we already have our ISO downloaded directly from centralized servers with this Docker file and fully deployed within a Docker container. Stage number 5. Customized ISO and manual mode. Yes, correct. If you have a customized ISO, this step is for you. We properly shut down the container beforehand from what we have in stage 4 because we can't do it like that. For this, we will enter the command in the terminal called sudo su. Then we will type docker space peace. Similarly, we then type docker space stop windows. Then docker space ps-a. We enter docker space rm. And between what are greater and lesser signs, the id, which in my case is this one. In your case, you put the one that was generated for you there, otherwise it will give you an error. Then we enter docker image ls. And from there, we will give another command called docker rmi docker /poro windows. Okay? Remember to press enter after each command so that it obviously compiles within the terminal. And finally, we will enter the command rm space minus r space windows. Done. Enter, and we finish with an exit. And now what tricks us, Chencha? We edit the compose again and ml. We are going to manually add the following. From the WML file, we are going to add in the part here manual extension :y, and you are going to set it to now take that ISO you have previously downloaded directly on your Linux. Yes, ATS, or on your computer, on your PC. Okay, I am going to give it just as it comes here. From which directory I have downloaded that customized ISO. It can be an official one directly. Download the Medicare Tools tool from Microsoft, or whichever you want, a customized ISO personalized by your favorite influencer or YouTuber, you can do it here. Once you've done that, we enter this into the compose.iml file and save the changes. And now, what do you think we are going to do? We are going to run the sudo again. Docker compose pd. Oh, and we press enter. What do you think is going to happen? Well, to make it brief, and see the mediation part, we go to the browser, enter localhost 28006, and we will see how the installation of our customized ISO unfolds. Before saying goodbye, guys, I would also like to thank, of course, our friend Alex Carrasco, who is a super OUI admin and OUI tester from the community for many years. And truly thanks to what has been, likewise to the author of this repository of what has been the OG hook. But without Alex's knowledge, this wouldn't have been possible, guys. The truth is that right now I fell in love with Docker's Windows containers. And well, without further ado, please credits thanks to both the author and our good friend Alex Carrasco, OV tester and OV admin from Kuni Albu, truly a great among greats. And well, guys, please thank them for this epic teaching, this video tutorial we had been wanting to do for a while, but due to lack of time and also health issues, we are just now bringing it to you fresh and directly on your monitor. And without further ado, friends, and that's it. Windows running in containers. Thanks to modular Docker. Powerful and uncomplicated. If this tutorial helped you, give it a like, share your experience in the comments, and subscribe for more quality technical content. At Owicron, you present the problem, and we provide the solution. See you. Until next time,